Imagine with me finding that harmony with high-stakes leadership and the joy of personal adventure. Stay tuned to learn not just how this isn't possible, but it's essential for you to build that lasting legacy. Welcome back, all you ambitious leaders. I'm excited to have you join this episode of Legacy Leaders Lounge. If you're new here, I'm Miles Threat, and I help ambitious leaders just like you build that lasting legacy. If you hadn't already done so, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Today, we're going to be diving into the topic of finding that harmony between work and play. If you're an ambitious leader out there and you're striving hard and you're working hard and you're trying to make your dreams come true, it can get hard at times to find that harmony, that place where we can link our work and our life together. We're going to discuss today the importance of finding that harmony, look at creating some real life strategies for us, uncover some unconventional methods, and finally, building a wealthy lifestyle. First off, we're going to jump into the importance of harmony. Finding that harmony really starts with your life and work being aligned with your purpose. If you've got that in alignment, finding that harmony is going to be a lot easier. The reason it's so important to find that harmony is to reduce that stress and burnout. And if you're an ambitious leader and you know that you've been going hard and you've been going hard for a long time, and believe me, I've been there. I've been there going hard after my own entrepreneurial dream, making my own nonprofit try to work, trying to climb that corporate ladder as well at the same time, and letting the stress and demands burn me out. And the way that you're going to keep from doing that is finding that harmony. See, when you find that harmony, you can create that separation between your professional and your personal life. And at times, you can align the two. If you're really strategic about how you do it, you can line them up very well. But when you find that harmony, you can also know when to separate them and know when to turn off your professional life and turn on your personal life, and vice versa, because you're in alignment with your purpose and you're still going after your dream. See, if you've been working in a stressful situation for an extended period of time, you're going to put yourself on the verge of burnout easily. I remember in my early years running my nonprofit work internationally and being in that state of burnout because I hadn't separated the two. Was I living my purpose? Yes, I was living my purpose, but I wasn't doing a good job. And to be honest, I'm one of those people, I don't do a good job of turning the professional off. I really have to work at it. Hell, I can sit around and be relaxing and enjoying my life and still feel guilty inside because I don't feel like I'm being productive because I'm not doing some kind of work. If I could ever get past that, that would be a wonderful life for me. But it's also me reminding myself, enjoy the moment, enjoy this time. This is what this time is for. So learn to separate the two. And at times you're going to be able to combine the two. I found when I was doing my nonprofit work before in the past that I could align the two. I could involve my family in it, that we were connected together with the two. Now with my wife, we find that connection. I'm joining the two together. So it's not like we have to turn one and turn the other off. We can and we do, but we find that connection together in a relationship together as we pursue our entrepreneurial dreams at the same time. So when you create that harmony, you find that alignment, you can protect yourself against that stress and burnout. So finding that harmony also enhances your focus and your productivity because it's easier for you to get in that flow state. And if you've ever been in that flow state and just like everything is coming together and working for you and you're like a smooth running engine hitting on all cylinders and the ideas are coming out and the results are coming forward and you're able to lock in and plan and think about the thing you're working on right now and get that focus. And at the same time, you're being productive and you're getting those results. And it's all because it's in alignment, because you find that state of harmony. Now, are there going to be days that it's not always going to be that way? Yes, there will be. But there again, you get back to what you need to focus on and focus on that one thing right then, right there, and work on it and block out that time and make that time for that. You're going to still find that focus and productivity because you've aligned your work and your life and you've found that harmony for yourself. Finally, the importance of harmony is improved emotional resilience and just your overall well-being. You know, resilience is our ability to bounce back from those stressful situations, those hard times, those difficult things, those failures you might face along the way. But when you're aligned, your life is in harmony and you're going after your purpose and you feel like you're connected to it and you're focused on it, you're being productive and you hit a brick wall in the moment, you will find that emotional resilience to bounce back. See, that emotional resilience is there because you have time to invest on yourself and invest in relationships with others. It's because you're connecting with those people that bring you energy, that support you, that challenge you in good ways to be a better leader. And because you've created that harmony, you understand the importance of taking care of yourself. Yes, you can be a go-getter and go right after it and get after it, but also go all in and all out on taking care of yourself. So when you're aligned with your purpose, you'll have that harmony and you'll be able to take care of yourself as well. And you'll have people around you who will be there for you to help care for you in those moments when you need them as well. You see, harmony is important because really and truly it allows you to build that lasting legacy. And it's that legacy that you leave in others because you're able to create memories and experiences. And as you create those memories and experiences, whether it's with people you love, people you care for, and those memories and experiences you have with others that are important to you, it also guides you in how you manage your time, how you manage your time in your professional life, and how you manage your time in your personal life. When you find that harmony, you're investing not only in yourself, but you're investing in others. See, as you invest in others, you're leaving that legacy in them. That legacy you're leaving in them is going to make an impact on their lives later on down the road. Now that we've covered the importance of harmony, so I'm going to share a real life strategy as far as creating that work-life harmony for yourself. And I'm going to use the drip matrix. Dan Martell walks you through this, explains it to you in his book, How to Buy Back Your Time. The link to that book is going to be in the description below as well. I'd highly recommend you to read it. And the way this works is very similar to the Eisenhower principle or the Eisenhower box. If you read Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, uses the Eisenhower box as well in that. So another book recommendation for you to consider. But let's look at how this strategy works. Okay. So first place you start is in this bottom quadrant called delegation. Okay. If you want to create that work-life harmony, you're going to need to delegate the really non-essential stuff in your life, as much of it as possible. Even practical little things like mowing the lawn if you can get away with it, or any kind of administrative work, someone to manage your emails, any non-value added task that you could pay someone else to do it for you or delegate it to them to do it for you on your staff. If you want to create that work-life harmony, then you need to put those non-essential items in your delegation box and identify who are you going to delegate them to. Now we're going to move up in the quadrant and we're going to look at replacement in the replacement box. Now these are the high value tasks for you to run your business, your nonprofit, to some of your workload at work. And they may be a little bit harder to outsource, okay? But you need to be able to transfer them to other people so you can reach your full potential. That's why it's called replacement. You got to think about who, not how are you going to do it. Who is going to do it for you? Yes, it's value added. Yes, you spent your whole life thinking that you needed to get it done because you are the expert and you're really good at it. And it's value added. But think about who can replace you and do that for you. You see, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of you ambitious leaders out there, you get stuck right here. We all do. We think we gotta do it. We just think we're the best at it. It's not gonna get done if we don't do it. And you always think about how, and you never think about who. So think about that task that you've been afraid to let go of. You think you're the best at. Think about who can do it for you. Who can you outsource it to? Now we're gonna hop down to the investment quadrant. All of these relate to you and your personal development, your relationships. We were just talking about the importance of harmony, the importance of relationship, the importance of our well-being. That is an investment. You think about growing your business, growing your nonprofit, climbing that corporate ladder. This is where you need to be focusing your time on, investing in yourself. And some of these things, they might not necessarily improve your bottom line, but they improve who you are, improve your soul, improve your mental health, improve your physical health. They're going to make you a better leader in the end. You might not see the investment right away, but later on down the road, you will see the bad investment. Or you're going to pay the price one way or the other. You just choose. If I was you, I would choose myself and then choose to invest in myself. I'll give you some examples. I love to play golf. Golf's an investment. It's an investment to my mental health. Fitness is an investment. It's an investment to my mental health. Those things fall in that category for me. Time with my wife and my kids, my family, my friends. That falls in that category for me. To join a mastermind, to get better, paying to develop myself. Those are the things. Hiring a coach. Those are the things that fall in that category. Final quadrant is production. This is where you invest your time and energy, because this is what increases your revenue. You want to grow your business. You want to climb that corporate ladder. You want to scale your nonprofit. This area is your production area, and this is where you focus yourself, your time, your energy. By doing that, you're going to create that buyback loop where you're able to buy back some of your time, because you're investing in growing your business, growing your nonprofit, climbing that corporate ladder. And it will allow you to free up more time. And as you free up that more time, you're going to be able to generate more revenue for yourself. You're going to generate more results because you're working in this production zone. So you want to operate more in that harmony, then this tool alone right here gave you that, because you can delegate, you can find people who can do it for you. You go to investing in yourself, in your well-being, and that leads you to the production zone, to focus on those high-value tasks that you really need to do to generate that growth and revenue for yourself. Now that we covered that digital matrix to help us find that work-life harmony and use that as a strategy to make it work for us, we're going to look at some very unconventional methods for that work-life harmony. And the first one is a digital detox. Digital detox means you just go unplugged. You disconnect from all digital social media for a certain length of time, maybe for an extended length of time. Could be a weekend, could be a week, could be a whole month. I've taken weeks off from social media. I've taken weekends off from social media. I haven't detoxed longer than that from it, but I set aside some time to get away from it, take a break from it. And if you're a busy, ambitious leader and you and your family have been going hard and you're taking them to all the sports activities and you're doing all the events, have you considered taking a weekend away and going completely unplugged? I've said it before here, when I was doing my international nonprofit work living in Thailand, we would take weekend getaways as a family and totally unplug. We'd go to a houseboat out in the middle of nowhere. They had a restaurant. We only had electricity in the evenings to run a fan to help us fall asleep. You might not think that's the ideal way, but that was a wonderful way to digitally detox and get away. But what is it that you need to do for yourself? Do you need to set that weekend aside and do it? Maybe you can't do a weekend. Do a day. Start with a day. Then spread it to a weekend. Then go for a week one time and see how that benefits you, and it benefits your relationships. If you make yourself do it, and if you have a family, you make your family do it at the same time. You might have some angry people at first, but I think you'll be able to connect at a different level. Another unconventional method is to take mini retirements or sabbaticals. I've heard them called that before in the past. Take some extended time off. This past year, I took a month off of work, all at one time. Now, I traveled a lot and lived overseas, and I lived in Thailand for quite some time, and I would always meet Europeans there on holiday, and they were there for a month. What if you just took a month, a total month, made a month off of work? A month where you and your family could travel. A month where you and your family just go live overseas. What if you did it longer than that? What if you built a life where you could do it for 3 months at a time? Now, I know if you work a corporate job, it might be hard. And even as an entrepreneur, if you build that business where it can run itself, and you have the right people in place, you invested in the right people, trained the right people, then what if you did? Instead of taking that week-long vacation, took a whole month off, or did a 3-month mini retirement for yourself at different stages throughout your life and your career? How would that impact your mental health? How would that impact your physical health, your relationships, and your family? Does it take some work? Yes. You're going to have to strategize. You're going to have to save. When I was doing my nonprofit work, it was almost built into it. Every few years, I would come back to the U.S. And yes, I would come back to talk to donors and visit churches and speak and raise more funds. But I'd also have some extended downtime in there, because, hey, I've been away. I hadn't seen my family in 3 years. Hadn't seen my parents in 3 years. But I made it work for me. Consider taking that month off this year. Final one is just radical transparency. Just get very radically transparent with those that you're working with and sharing your goals and your objectives and your plans. Even if you're working a corporate job, get radically transparent about what is working for you and what's not. We live in a world now where you're seeing more hybrid, more remote work, and really and truly we're going more digital with our work, and the opportunities are there. So why don't you just get radically transparent on what you're going to accomplish and get done and what you're going to deliver, and as long as it's delivered on the designated date at the designated time, and you build it into your life and you planned your life around it and you did it and you worked it out, how you were going to do it, when it was going to be done, when you'd have it to them, and you didn't have to worry about being there at a certain time that was convenient for them. But you got it done on your terms, in your time frame, on your schedule that you made happen for yourself. I know that means taking a chance, but maybe you need to give them some proof beforehand and start with some small projects, but then work your way up and build that trust. And if you do that and they still don't give it to you, then them and leave. Yep, you're right. If you're working that corporate job and you get radically transparent and you get the results and yet they don't want to work with you on some of this stuff, just leave. Do yourself a favor and leave. You'll find something else. Start your own thing. You've been really working hard. You deserve it. But be honest, show proof, start small, and work your way up to a bigger project till you can deliver to them all. I covered several unconventional methods. Our final point, creating that work-life harmony, is building a wealthy lifestyle. I view wealth as more than money. Money is a great thing to have, a valuable resource that you can use to leverage for a lot of things, but it's not the end-all, be-all. So when I talk about building a wealthy lifestyle, I'm talking about first a wealth of time. Time, in my opinion, is our most valuable asset. Once you use it, you don't get it back. It's so finite, and we have to manage it so well. And there are so many demands placed on us. And if you're an ambitious leader and you're going really hard and you got big goals and big dreams for yourself and you want to have that time with your family and your loved ones, then you're going to have to build that wealth of time. And part of that goes back to a strategy I shared with you, using that drip matrix, but it's also time blocking, back planning, time blocking. Block out those times in your schedule, block out that focused work, block out those projects you need to get done, block out that productivity stuff that you need to do. Yes, send those emails, make those phone calls to those people who you've been delegating stuff that you're going to have to follow up with. You build that in your schedule as well. You can sit there and use the 80-20 rule. Focus on your top 20% of your tasks, yield you 80% of your results. There again, those things should be the very high value, productive things that you really need to be focused on, that 80%. Find someone else who can do it for you. If you're time blocking, you're using the 80-20 rule, you got your drip matrix working for you. Finally, just be mindful of your schedule. It might help to pray over it. Make it a mindful practice for yourself, to review it, to look over it, to make sure you're investing your time in the right way. And it's also good for yourself to kind of do an evaluation of at the end of the week or end of the day sometimes, end of the quarter, and just be mindful about what you did and how you can improve on it. Make sure you're investing your time in the things that you really want to spend your time on. The next is a wealth of experiences. Invest more in those memorable experiences than you would on stuff, the bling bling, shiny little stuff that's just going to deteriorate and rot away. Create a wealth of experiences in your life with those people that you care about the most, that you love, those people that give you life, that give you energy, those people that value you and what you bring to the relationship as much as you value them. That means you make those trips. You do your hobbies. You learn some new skills that you've always wanted to learn. You want to learn to play the guitar and you never did, and that's what you want to do. You go do that. You see, by doing those things, you're going to enhance your creativity. You travel and see the world, and you're going to create new experiences for yourself. You're going to see the world in a different light, especially if you get out of the tourist trap areas and actually experience life there. By creating those wealth of experiences, you're going to create stronger relationships. You're going to have stronger relationships with your family, with some of your friends, with those people you value the most, because you've created a memory together. You create a stronger bond because of that. Finally, it just helps you grow personally. You learn things from that travel. You learn things about yourself as you try to learn a new skill. You just end up making yourself better because you've taken time, created that opportunity for a new experience for yourself. The final thing after a wealth of experience is spiritual and physical wealth. See, if you want to enjoy those experiences, if you want to enjoy that time, you have to have the physical strength to do that. And that means you have to take care of yourself. You have to exercise and eat right. You can't have the one without the other. And you got to do that. And you got to take care of yourself. And you got to go see the doctor on a regular basis. And you got to make your health a priority. And you build it into, we talked about time earlier, you build it into your life. But you make that priority for yourself. But as you take care of the physical, you take care of the outside, you got to take care of the inside just as well. You need to meditate, pray, do your spiritual practices. Do those things that take care of your soul. You take care of your soul, you take care of your outer body, you have the mental and emotional health. Take care of yourself and others. You're going to have the mental and emotional health to give back. You're going to have the mental and emotional health face the challenges and stresses that you face along the way. So just as much you block out the time for your physical activities and exercise, you need to block out the time for your spiritual side as well. And meditate and pray and do your spiritual practices that help you get closer to God, to your higher power. See, when we do that, we'll find out world life harmony. We've created it for ourselves. You want to experience more of that? Then take control. Take control of your time. Create those experiences for yourself. And then make yourself, your whole self, a priority. You see, this holistic approach to wealth not only enhances your life, but you're being a powerful example to those around you, those you love. And when I talk about leaving a legacy, I talk about leaving a legacy in someone. And see, because you've done this, you've taken this holistic approach, you're going to leave that legacy in those people that are closest to you. Yes, it's great if you leave them some money behind and help them out, but it's the impact you're going to make in their life because you invested. You invested in yourself so you can invest back in them. So I cover with you the importance of harmony, the real life strategy of using the drip matrix to help us create that harmony. We've also discovered some unconventional methods that you could try, like digital detox. And we looked at building a wealthy lifestyle, which is more than just money. If you found this of value and you'd like to take a deeper dive, finding that harmony and building that wealthy lifestyle, I have a link in the description below to my wealth building guide for you to check out today. And if you're one of those ambitious leaders out there and you're ready to transform your leadership and your legacy, I also have a link to a free discovery call where I can help you make that happen for yourself today. Thank you for joining me today in that Legacy Leaders Lounge. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, smash that like button, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for joining me.